Good evening, everyone. Hope we're going well. There's a lot of chat here. Max, appreciate the super chat, mate. Very much appreciate it. Just a few things. I don't know exactly what's happening with the Watchalong tonight because my computer charger has sort of a bit busted. It makes like a ticking sound when I plug it in and turn it on the power. So clearly it's broken, and I don't want it like burning the house down or anything like that. So I may need to just like not start the stream until like the second or third quarter, because I'm gonna have to go buy a computer charger before they shut. So Thursday they'll be open until 9. So I'm hoping to go buy a charger. So then, because obviously we've got the pod tomorrow, got other stuff to do. So I think that I'll just have to leave the stream on, like I'll be like back shortly, and then hopefully I can get a charger tonight, and then we can actually jump in the stream in like the second or third quarter or half time. But yeah, that's sort of where we're at, because if I don't get a charger, there'll be I don't know how I'll be able to do the pod and edit the pod tomorrow and everything like that. So the computer's pretty much what I use everything for. So I will quickly answer some questions though, like for the next 5 or so minutes. I'll just run through these before the game starts. But yeah, I'll have to go buy a charger. I don't even know if I'll be able to buy one, to be honest, because this is an old computer. Whether they still sell them, I'm not sure. But I'll see if there's any tonight. So, hey, mate, who'd trade out of Kako or Closey? I'd trade Kako, I think. Not going to make cash. Closey at least could. But if he's done the sub, then you keep Kako and you trade him. Start Cheryl, Ed Richards. I would start... I reckon what's Ed Richards been doing? That'd be the good question. What's Ed Richards been doing? Ed Richards, averaging 92. He's been okay. I'll probably back him in against Freo. Maybe you can loop Chera, maybe Fast Break Frenzy. Start Foss, Layla, or Marias. Marias for me. Red Lighting, I've got Nevitt, Lindsay, Foss, Campo, Leak, Boyd, and Kako. Should I trade one Campo to Marias and Leak to Bice, or Nevitt to Marek, or Humphrey and Campo to Marias? I like that second one. But then I do like the first one as well. It's a tricky one, because I like both. I like Nevitt to Marek, and I like Campo to Marias, but I also like Leak to Bice. Maybe you go the first one for long-term cash, and you can always go Nevitt to Marek next week. So maybe do the first one, unless you're happy to do Leak to Bice next week, Red Lighting. Bring in Bice or Marek or Hall. I like Marek the most out of those three, but a lot of people probably say Bice for the cash. Who would you bring in for Paramount? Holmes, Sinclair, or Nasiah? No, I get Zorko, Whitfield. Probably Holmes or Nasiah for me. Probably Nasiah's the safest one I like the most. Go Rice and Marek in for Campo and Nevitt holding Perryman, says Ben. I don't mind it. Marco, it's Bales. G'day, Marco. P extra size. Sanders to Rankin or Hasty to Marek. Other trades, Karen and Rice. Oh. Sanders to Rankin's a better trade this week for points. But maybe if you're looking at cash gen long term, Marek could get away from you. Hasty's got to go. Sanders to Rankin you could do next week. P extra size. It's a tough one. I'd probably still do Sanders to Rankin to get the top 6 forward. But it's a tricky one. Bales, how do you rookie loot, says Gareth? You put a blue dot or a red dot on the field. You put a player on the bench that's going to play. If you like their score, you leave that player on. If not, you put another rookie on for that player that's not playing. Hope that answers that, Gareth. Buki Boona, hi Bales, thanks for Patreon Q&A. All good, mate. Decided to go Campo to Rice and Hollands down to Marek. I like it, mate. Tick, tick. Also thinking going Dane, SDK to Zorko and Rice. Thoughts? Yep, tick, tick for me. I'd prefer Nasiah, Sinclair or Holmes to save cash from Zorko, but if you want Zorko, go ahead. Who to trade out? Hollands, Hasty or Lindsay? The ins are sorted. Hollands and Hasty to go for me. Keep Lindsay, Blind Bandit. Footy Frenzy, Reed or Hall or Marias on field? I'd be fielding Marias, I think. I'd be doing that. If we have like 300k in the bank, who's more priority to go? Campo, Foss or SDK? Campo's got to go. For me, he can go. TDK VC into Zorko. Irongate, Sinclair, Holmes or Whitfield? Ooh. I like Sinclair. I like Holmes for the value, sorry. I like Holmes for the cheaper guy, but maybe it's Sinclair. I just don't want to part for the guys like Whitfield and Zorko at the moment. He's known on the ball and trained the mids this week. Fingers across too. Yep. Tony, SDK named as Rupp standing emergency. Will he be last minute in stuffing SDK role? Tony, I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked. If I didn't trade him out last week, I'd have kept him as well. Way more important trades this week, especially with best 18. Oh, SDK sold off again this week, probably, says Max. Tony, I'm choosing to ignore the possibility of Stanley being a late in. Just need SDK to have it on more of a score of 6-5 plus 4 offloading next week. Yep, Tony, I don't mind that. I'm holding Campo, can't get Marais to him. That's fair enough, Andrew. Gone into Zorko this week, says Iron Gate Sound. Yep, my number 3 in the number 1 this week, so love it, mate. Tick, tick. Sanders down SDK to a big guy next week. Half technical Zorko. Andrew, I'm getting Zorko for SDK, going for points. Best trade tart, Sinclair, Holmes, or Whitfield. Yep, I answered that one before. Be given us Shane Bell's good luck. I just saw my old PC. Should have given it to you, says Max. Who to run on field out of Marais, Law on Foss. Marais for me on field. Going straight to the top. Dunks versus Whitfield this week. I don't love going to a couple of these guys, but if you had to choose, I'd probably go Whitfield to sort out the defence. So John's VFL plays before the AFL side, so we'll know if Stanley could be a late in, says Ben. Yep, thank you for that. That'd be a good thing to watch for. Sanders looked real good late last week. Watch him ton, says Max. Tom Elliott, rocking 2 forward rookies at the moment. Should I have Max Hall or Corey Warner F6 this week? I'll probably go Corey Warner. Better matchup against North compared to Max Hall against... who's he playing? Port Adelaide and Adelaide. Nevitt to Marek or Sanders to Marek? Nevitt to Marek for me. Nevitt's the guy that's out. Sanders is still playing at least. Lim 3TZ. Thoughts on Campo to Marek and Hasty to Marais keeping Will Day? Yeah, mate. Tick, tick. Love those trades, mate. Love them. Tick them. And run to the bank and lock them in. Reid or Hall Field. I'm sure it's Murphy Reid. I'd back Murphy Reid against the Dogs, I reckon. I'll do that. Hey, mate. Trading out Sanders and Sam Taylor. Do I go Sinclair and Marek or Rankin and Bowie? Oh, geez. This is a tricky one. Trample Dunderfoot 80s said this one. That's a really hard one. Because I love Rankin. I like Sinclair and I like Marek. Probably Rankin and Bowie, I think. But it's tough because I like Marek as well. And if you want to get the defence sorted, Trample, if you want more of those guys, then I don't mind Sinclair, Marek, and get Rankin next week. That could be the play. Dane SDK to Zorko and Marais. Yep, tick for me. Can I still let Reid and Hall? Footy friends, I assume you can if you've got a blue dot or a red dot in the mids that plays after. You probably can't actually unless you've got a Bulldogs or Freo non-playing player, or you've got a blue dot this week. That'd be the only way you can do. Max Blossom, thanks mate for the 25er there, mate, to help with the charges. Thanks mate. Yeah, hopefully we can get one tonight. I don't even know if I'll be able to, but we'll see. Keaton Dabler, JHF to Rankin and Lindsay to Marais for me this week. Don't mind it. Obviously, don't love train JHF, but if you've got no other issues, I don't hate it. Gabriel Perriman, Sanders to Holmes and Marais. Yeah, mate, tick, tick. Yeah, like him. Yeah, going one up, one down. Like it. Yep, tick. B Young, thinking Dacos is going big tonight, 120. Tag calls overblown. Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if he did. I hope he doesn't as a non-owner to get him cheaper, but we'll see. Leak to Bice or Lindsay to Marek? It's Leak to Bice, I think. I like Marek a lot, but you've got to get rid of the red dot. Lindsay isn't playing this week, but he'll be back in a week or two, so I would be doing that. I'll see how... I'll try and get back, guys, as quickly as I can. Obviously, it sucks that I can't sit down and do the watch on properly with this. I was looking forward to watching the footy, but getting home and playing the charger in and hearing it bloody crackling and everything, I definitely can't be risking anything like that. So I've got to try and see if I can find a charger. Hopefully I can, because if not... Pretty much, if I find a charger, I'll come back on. If there's no luck of getting a charger at all, I'll just have to end the stream. And you guys will know that anyway. But hopefully, we'll be back. And hopefully I can get this charger. But appreciate it. I thought I'd answer all the questions at least, because people coming in early to get the questions answered. So hopefully I answer all those. Hopefully we can get a charger soon. And hopefully we'll be back sometime before halftime. It'd be nice, but we'll see how we go. So hopefully see you guys very, very shortly. Enjoy the first half, and hopefully your trade-ins, trade-outs, VCs, or anything work for you. We'll be back soon, hopefully. Alrighty, just an update. So people are probably thinking like, why has he sort of been away and then come back? So for people that missed it, my charger's shit itself. It was crackling when I put it into the wall. So that's not a good sign. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to quickly, I've just rung up their stock in the JB Hi-Fi around the corner from me. So I should only be like 15, 20 minutes at most. I'll go pick up the charger, come back, plug it in, and we'll be good to go for rest of Watchalong. So I should be back for the second quarter, or at least midway through. But I'm just having a quick look at the scores here. Is it a surprise Ollie Hollands is doing well? Not really. That's no shocker. Nick Dacos had plenty of the ball early. I haven't watched any of the game yet. I'm still, obviously, was just sorting all this. So, but yeah, apparently the charge is like $119. So that's fun. So if anyone wants to put in a super chat, then feel free. I know Max put one in there to help out with the cost, but feel free to, if you would like to do that and help out and support the what would it be, the Bales computer charger GoFundMe super chat, or whatever we want to call it. So actually, I'll put a goal in actually and see if anyone wants to help out. So we'll go all the colours. There we go. See what we'll do. But yeah, not great that the charge is 119. But then I've had this computer for 10 years, so it doesn't shock me that I need to buy one now. But yeah, I'll go buy one. I'll be back in like 15, 20 minutes. So yeah, hopefully not too long. Grover finally traded him, and he's got 20 in 7 minutes. Oh yeah, the Ollie Hollands thing was going to happen, right? Wasn't it? He was always going to go big. I see Tom McConing's on 17 now. I don't have the VC on him, so wonder how he'll go tonight. So, but cool, guys. I'll be back soon. Stick around because I will be back for most of the watch on, but I'll just go pick up this charger and back soon. So, chat to you guys soon. back. Why is my camera not working? Cool, we're back, I reckon. Can someone give me a thumbs up in the chat if everything's working? We've finally got a charger, and we should be back. He's back. There we go. Hope we're all going well, everyone. Apologies if anyone did come late. My charger was crackling in the wall, so it was broken. Had to go buy another one. And thankfully, we got one. $119 later, which sucks, but it is what it is. So if anyone would like to leave a super chat to help with that with that cost, then feel free. I know Max did a couple before, so appreciate it, mate. Yeah, so what have I missed? Let me know. I haven't watched any of the footy, so let me know what I've missed. I would have loved to have watched the game, but unfortunately we've just got back. So let me know what I've missed, guys. I see that, no surprise, Perryman and Hollands are both scoring well, doing exactly what we picked them for. The Coney's going okay, 46, 4.5 minutes to go. So rainy, rough conditions. So there you go. I'll just see what I've missed in the chat. Let's have a look. So where were we? Where do we go up to? We got up to the finally trades. Yep, we got good luck bars. Yep, there we go. Moonboy at Holland's emergency. Well, might have to take that score the way he's going at the moment. We'll just chat amongst ourselves. Says Karen, I'm hoping Collingwood gets smashed. Only one player tonight is TDK. Someone's just give away 2 free kicks as Moonboy. Any of the West Coast debutants have fancy relevance for their year last year before being drafted? Is it Andrew? I'm not sure, Andrew. I don't know. Just interested to see how they score in their first games. Hell Preman on my alternate account, fielded him. I knew this would happen. If anyone listened to me last week, did I not say this? Did I not say that the way the season's going, Perryman will be playing midfield and will score well once we all trade him? And that's what's happening. Grover, where did Bales go? Yep, it's got Charger. We're back, though, which is good. So, Space Bales, I'm going to spew if Perryman tons up and he has the role the gods we're all raving about. It's not going to be a good day for Craig McRae. I'll make him face a space. Karen Chan, Bales going to buy a charger for his computer. Thanks, Karen. I appreciate you putting it in the chat, letting people know where I'd gone. Chris Wood, Dan Perryman, kept Perryman, nor to upgrade SDK, says Andrew. Chris Limer's pretty happy with Collingwood. So my check lining up to goal to put them... No, hit the post. How does Chera have 1 mark? I've seen 2 stats or so. Riggs, says Andrew. Buddha Collingwood, lol, says Karen. Paddy Crip, 0 marks, 0 tails. Why do I have him is the bigger question, says DJ. Karen, statisticians are blind the umpires. Max, I swear they've missed points for Perryman and Chera. I've seen a missed mark for Chera and a missed tackle for Perryman. I hate Perryman so much, says Moonboy. Yeah, I don't think he's a fan of many at the moment after all getting rid of him and then he actually scoring all right. Finally managed to get rid of both Hollands and Perryman and now they're playing good. WTF, says Grover. Exactly. Where's Chera, says Lim3TZ. Been a bit quieter, I think. Here he is here, actually, funny enough, getting a kick. Good kick, that as well, to Kemp. Hands it off to Super Huey. And goal for the Blues. Holland's even taking kick in, says DJ. Oh, yeah, no surprise. Yeah, he has a great role once we all trade. Yeah, they both gave it just enough time to let everyone get them out of their team, says Lim3TZ. Wado, where's Bales? Not quite doing that, Lim3TZ, but yep, he's gone to get a computer for Chat for News. Yep, seriously, yep, he should be back soon. Yeah, Wado, yeah, unfortunately, unfortunately, the computer charger was crackling in the wall, so that I didn't want the house burning down midstream, right? So had to go buy one. As I said, though, $119 charger is definitely not what I thought I'd be having to buy tonight, but it is what it is. Up the pie, says Briley. He's back, says Karen. Morning, says Rob Sock G. Perryman or Hollands every time, he says Nicky Joe. DJ is back. My players ain't working. DJ made 1 goal. Karen, it has not been the same without you giving a running commentary. Rainy, rough conditions, says Nicky Joe. Boring game. Some good scoring, says Alex. Karen Shannon, you were psychic Bales. Let's go Holland, says Moonboy. Marco Doherty half back. Well, it'd be good if he's playing off half back. because he'd be a big option for us if that's the case, because he's in the 700s. That was quick, Bales. You're very efficient, says Moonboy. Thanks, mate. Very much appreciate that. Yeah, well, I just rushed there, run in, grabbed it, and came back. I wanted to be as quick as possible because I didn't want the computer dying on me, but it did. Came back, though, turned on, and funny enough, it actually still works, which is good. So, considering where we were, and I didn't think there'd be a stream at all tonight, we've actually got one. So, good tag from Walsh there. Just refresh these scores. We've got 2 minutes to go. Houston booking that whole load of barley, says Alex. He's doing okay, though, isn't he? Oh, he was. He was on not 40, so maybe he's done nothing this quarter. Jared V, thanks for the super chat, mate. Very much appreciate it. Part of it will go to the computer charger fundraiser from tonight. Is it too late to go either Max Hall, Curtin, or Warner, or I better go into a Langford or buy some bank cash? Depends what downgrade I guess you're looking at maybe getting next week. If you're going to bring in Langford, I would go Bice this week and get Langford next week, and I'd just let the other three pass by. Max Hall's well over 400k now. Curtin's done well, but I don't think he's going to be a consistent scorer week to week. And then Corey Warner's good. If you want Corey Warner, he's probably the one I'd go. He's a bit cheaper and looks okay. Houston suspension, surely, says Nicky Joe. What did he do? What happened? Something's happened then. DeConing got a handball. Suddenly, Perryman and Holland's become trade-in targets, lol, says Marco. Traded Campo, but might regret it with limited cash, and SDK and Sen is still in the team, says Alex. Here's DeGoey. So it looks like Hewitt is going to Dacos. I don't know. Well, I don't see Nick Dacos on the first page, so clearly doing a decent job. That's a good handball by Hewitt then. Not a great kick to Kerno though. Oh, Sard probably should have picked it up there. Oh, good smother though by Carlton. Trying to dack him to stop him. Yeah, I'm interested to see Doherty in the second half to see if this is this defensive role. There's DeConing. How is DeConing running free? Oh, he just fumbled the ball. He got a handball, though. Probably got only that this is their last chance. Houston with a handball to side bottom. That'll probably do us. McCreary. Yep, that'll do us. So, half time for the footy. And I've seen about 2 seconds. So, Tim Ashworth, thanks for the super chat, mate. Very much appreciate it. Put that towards the computer charger cost. I did Campo to Marias and Taylor to Rankin. Yeah, mate, tick. Love those trades. Very, very good trades there. Max saying, hey, he's back. Yep, mate. Howdy. Paul Quarter from TDK, done nothing, says Max. Yeah, a bit quiet from TDK, but he's still on 50-odd, so he'll be fine. Jack, hope you had a decent week. Bales trades and VCC for you. Hope you had a decent week as well, Jack. Yeah, trades for me, I went Campo to Marias, and then at the moment I've gone Sanders to Marrick. Thank you, about 200-odd K. I would love to go Wicks to Marrick, because I can, but the only problem with that is that would be benching a Sam Davidson. So I don't love that. So I'd prefer just to do that. Oh, actually, yes, Houston could be gone. I'm just having a look at it here. Oh, 100% he's gone. Yep. He'll get a couple of games for that one. That's interesting. Houston had gone through and not done anything in his career. Then all of a sudden he knocks out Rankin and now he's done something else. So, interesting. But yeah, that and then VCC. I went Bailey Smith tomorrow night VC and went for Dawson captain. That's what I ended up going with. So, he chose to bump and got Fogarty, but Fogarty's okay, so maybe just 2 weeks. Yeah, he's got to get something. He's gone off the ground. He's chosen to bump, and he's got him in the head. So yeah, he's got to go. Hey, Bal says Angus. Hey, Angus, hope you're going well. Cripps just trying to stop Nick Dacos, says DJ. Tim Ashworth, what do you think of my team? Yeah, Tim, I liked it, mate. Thank you for sending it through on the Ask Me on Q. Yeah, it's good. I like the team. I like the trades, mate. So you're in a good spot. I'm trading JHF. Don't like him and want him gone. Worth more than my other out options as well. I'm top 100 at the moment, says Max. Good work, Max. Hopefully you keep going well. No, you're top of the Patreon Cup at the moment, so congrats. Is JHF to rank an okay or 2 sideways, says Jack. Probably 2 sideways for me, but if you've got no issues in your team and you're in a good spot, I could tick it off because Rankin's the guy you want. JHF at the moment is not playing very well. But let's go through these scores, shall we? Sam Walsh. How's Sam Walsh looked? That I'll ask you guys that. Walsh on 74. Be interesting to see how he's looked because he's a target if he's looking good because he's going to be cheap. Acre 69, Williams 55, Doherty's on 55. Has Doherty been playing off half back? Because if he has, that's a big, big watch. And that's maybe someone I might even be looking at targeting next week if he's playing half back. Adam Chera's on 55 as well, going pretty well. Pendle's 53, Hewitt 52, DeConing's on 51, that's okay. Just the 1 mark, 1 tackle, but 15 hitouts is good. Cooper Lord's on 50. Scored well in that first game as well, Lord. Houston on 50, but going to be suspended. Sard 49, got him in draft, which is nice. Darcy Cameron 49. Ollie Hollands 46. Yep, where's this been? Where has it been? Perryman 44. So really besides kicking that goal, he hasn't done a heap, but 44 is still not too bad. Josh Dacos 36. Kerno 33. Nick Dacos 32. So he's going to be a big, big target once that bye. Once this and then next week against Brisbane onwards, that's what I'm probably looking at banking some cash to bring in Nick Dacos in round 6 or 7. That's probably my plan at this stage. Will White's on 29. One of the debutants for Carlton. Who else we got here? That's it, pretty much. So the big questions from me to you guys. You guys have been the ones watching the game. As I said, getting in charge, I haven't been able to watch much the first half. How's Walsh looked and how's Doc looked? They're the two that I'm really interested to know what people are saying about those two. Count did a hammy, so Doherty and Williams gone back by the looks, says Nicky Joe. Luke Dowdy, do you think having Marriott, Garcia and Davidson on field's too thin? No, not not at all. No, not at all, Luke. No, that's good. Marriott has a really good role. Garcia's been going well, and Davidson's a rookie you need, so I don't think it's too light at all. I'd like to have them. You've probably got one of them in your midfield to fit them on, but I like all 3 on field. I like all 3. I wish I had all 3. I've only got the 2 though. Harley Reid, I've gone Campo to Marais. Have a couple of options for second one. Well, Campo to Marais tick for me. Steele to Will Ashcroft, I wouldn't do that. SDK to Zorko, I don't mind that. And Horn Fronts to Ashcroft, I don't mind that either. Out of those 3, Harley, I'd be going SDK to Zorko. But I'd still prefer to go SDK to a Max Holmes or an Asaya or a Sinclair because they're cheaper. But if you're big on Zorko, I can't talk you out of it. Max, he is kind of getting lots of cheap ball. They missed the Perryman tackle, so BS, says Max. Ollie Holland's legacy game. WTF is this, says Nugget. Yeah. Oh, mate, it's just typical fantasy. Can you bring up the Auskick player stats? Says Henry V. I don't think I can, mate. I don't think they're keeping stats for that one, so sorry, mate. Nicky Joe, classic Walsh role starting half forward. Some CBAs pushing up the stoppages. Castle Riches, Walsh hungry for a change. Same role, though. Okay, yep. Walsh been everywhere, says Nugget. Haven't even noticed Walsh somehow, but he's scoring well, says Max. Karen, I did 3 trades again this week. Out at Camporelli, Taylor, and Kako. In Jackson, Reader replaced Flynn next week. Marais and Bice. DJ Cripps is gone. If sub 80, 0 tackles, 0 marks, says DJ. Plummo, happy to see TDK's only at 51. I'm assuming you've either not got TDK Plummo or you've gone for someone else VC. What do you think about my trades next week, says Tim. Tim, let's figure out. Let's hope that this week goes well and we'll figure out trades next week. I sound like a bloody footy coach. I'm taking 1 week at a time, mate. So we'll talk about next week's trades next week. We'll focus on this week. What are your thoughts on Noble, says Castle of Riches? I don't know. Like he's probably the best option in the 700s. But are we looking at guys like that, or are we trying to get the guys we're trying to lock away? I don't know if he's a guy that will just drop a 60 out of nowhere and then just not make any cash. So I'm not sure. Marco, coincidence that Carlton start winning when Cowan goes out. Oh, mate, yeah. I said it round 1. Said it, they should have dropped him. Alan Harrup, g'day, mate. Data Neil, Lindsay to Marais, bank 150k. Thoughts? Yeah, good, mate. I like it. I don't mind that Data Neil trade. It's a smoky trade. Not a lot of people doing it, but Neil's got Richmond this week. And I said on the Hat Chat Live yesterday, if you're going to go Neil, it's got to be this week. Because, okay, if you get him next week, great. But He's then got Collingwood St Kilda. That could be still side bottom tag into a windy tag. So that's my worry. But I'm ticking off Allen. I like the Lindsay to Marais. I don't love. If you could do like someone else out of Lindsay, but if you had to do Lindsay, then I don't mind it. Nugget, I've gone Nevitt to Marrick and Campo to Marais, 338k in the bank. Yep, love it, mate. Good trades there. Plumbo, yeah, no TDK. He's cost me so far, but I'm too committed to my TDK disdain. Says Plumbo. Oh, you're just hoping Pitney comes in the next couple of weeks. Do you do footy tips, says Tim? Yes, I do. I went Collingwood tonight by 10. So we'll see if that's correct. Did you get your charges, says Tony? Yeah, mate, $119 later, but I had to get it, right? I had to get one. And they're all expensive because it's Apple. So, but it's the first computer charger I bought for my computer in 10 years. So, but yeah, as I said, if anyone wants to put in a super chat to help with the cost, then feel free. So, yeah, $119 is not what I expected. Expected tonight, but here we are. So, what's this here? I just got something on that popped up here. What's this? Oh yeah, cool. That's just from before. I want live chat, please. Okay, my chat's for some reason just frozen, but here we go. Now it's back. Doc on wing, I'm pretty sure, says Angus. Okay, yeah, it's annoying because I was hoping he'd be on at half back, but Akers seems consistently decent too, says Plumbo. Tony Ford, Goodwin's comments on Lindsay make it sound like 2+ weeks. I think it'd be more like maybe 2. I don't think it'd be more than 2. I think they said 1 to 2 on the injury report. I'm hopeful he's back next week, but if he's not, I think he'll be back the week after. Luke Dowdy, what do you think is the most ideal amount of rookies on field when back to best 22? So good question, Luke. Someone in the Patreon Q&A actually asked this as well, and my answer to that was, I don't think we should be counting how many rookies we've got. It's almost how many players are we happy with in our team that are quote-unquote keepers or players we're happy to run through to the buys, because you might have 6 rookies, but you might have then guns for the rest of your team. So you might be in a good spot, whereas you might have only 2 rookies, but you might have a lot of mid-prices, right? So I think it's probably better to look at how many... Like I'll have maybe 4 or 5 rookies. So probably just it's a good way to look and see how many of the guys do you want to get out of your team and how many guys you're happy to keep for the time being. So, Crows... you pick Cats. Cats fan, says Tim. Yeah, I know, Tim, you're a Cats fan, and hopefully the Crows get a win, and it'd be interesting to see if the Cats go tomorrow. Bells, what got you into content creation for fantasy, says Nugget. Just love for footy, love for fantasy. I remember I originally started playing fantasy and then started writing some articles for the boys at DT Talk, obviously Warney, Cowan, Roy, and from there, I really don't actually know what. I think I just heard... Oh, hang on. I've got some weird noise feedback coming from the microphone. I think then I just wanted to make some videos, made some videos on YouTube, and then did some AFLW Twitter spaces with obviously Guesty, and then I was just like, Guesty, you want to do a pod together? And he said, yeah, sure. And it is what it is now. So there you go. That's pretty much what got it into it. I don't exactly know the one point where I'm like, I want to do this, but yeah. Jack, best duo, Zorko Sanders or Holmes and Horn Francis? Holmes and Horn Francis for me, because they're 2 guys I'd probably want to be keeping a lot longer. Max, that's Apple. Yes, mate, unfortunately. And do you count Nod, Garcia, etc. as rookies? No, but they're guys you want to upgrade, right? So they're definitely ones that you want to be upgrading. Thank you very much, Caster Riches, for the super chat, mate, for the charger, lol. Thanks, mate. Very much appreciate it. Skills a cap. Sheldrick's a big watch this week for me. Thoughts? Yeah, Sheldrick, Kane Cleary, couple of guys, mate, to keep an eye on. More Cleary for me because Sheldrick's at a bit of a weird price, but yeah, Caster Riches, mate, very much appreciate the super chat. And very much appreciate anyone that's sent one through so far. Alex, I have 4 rookies on field, but could go Sanders, SDK, to Marek this week to make it 5, or go Kako to Langford or Bice on the bench. So Sanders, SDK to Marek this week to make. I don't really see Marek as a rookie though, but if we count Marek as a rookie, then Garcia and guys like that are rookies as well. Or go Kako to Langford or Bice on the bench. I think Sanders to Marek's a play, just because I was thinking Kako to one of those other guys, but you can do that next week. Ben Hayes, Yo Bales, I held Perryman, needed to lift end of that quarter. Did nothing, says Ben. Oh, at least you kept him, though. Wait, I was forced to hold Perryman. He's tracking well so far. There's that Houston bump again. Harley Reid, start Levi, Ashcroft, or Marais. Oh, it's got to be Levi against Richmond, for sure. And if he's somehow the sub, I don't think he will be, but if he is, then, then you play Marais. But I'll play Levi against Richmond. I'd like to play both if you can, Harley. I chose to tell Perryman, says Ben. Hey, Tony, massive super chat here, mate. Screw Apple and their crappy chargers. Exactly right, mate. Exactly right. I shouldn't have to bloody pay $119 for one charger, but very much appreciate that big super chat, mate. You and Max have pretty much paid for half of the charger, even though I know for a fact that YouTube will probably end up taking half of that super chat, unfortunately. But very, very much appreciate it, mate. And certainly makes the charger a lot cheaper. So thanks, mate. People saying, holy, Tony, how do you know I'm a Cats fan? I didn't know. Oh, Tim, because you've, when you send me messages and stuff on Instagram and stuff, I've seen you've got like you had a Geelong logo on it. So just assume you're a Cats fan. Tim, you say it every week, says Wado. Jack, what impact does Butters have on Marais? I don't think he's got any at all. I think Marais is on the wing, so it's a different position. But Butters would be good for Hull and France, I think, ironically. Favourite all-time Crows player, says Luke Dowdy. Got to be Lairdy for me. Lairdy's my boy. If it's not Lairdy, probably Dawson. If it's not Dawson, probably Andrew McLeod before, in terms of older Crows players. I love Paul Pleasure as well. A lot of good Crows players I loved in the past. Cherry's missing a first quarter mark, says Andrew. Harley Reid, does DPP coming next week or the week after? After round 5. So after gather round. Moonboy Bales will have it paid off by the end of the game. Well, Moonboy, mate, that'd be really good if I could have it paid off by the end of the game. That'd be fantastic. Tony Ford, I've spent so much money over the years on Apple chargers. It's ridiculous how bad some of them are. To be fair, I've had this one charger for 10 years, so it's lasted me a long time. But when it starts crackling in the wall, and I smell the charger and you can smell like the burn there, I'm like, yeah, that ain't going to work. So I have to go get a new one. Walsh and Green, massive trade target, so cheap, says Andrew. Yes, agreed. Yep. Lim 3TZ, is Chera... Hell, just their hair just land on me. Very, very interesting. Is Chera possible trade out soon? Obviously, if you have no other issues. Don't think so. He's on 55 at half time. We know Fatty slows down the second half, but if he keeps going, wouldn't want to be trading him. Why did Marek score 30 in round 1, says Jack? He was a starting sub. Henry V, and he scored 30 in just over a quarter, so still good points per minute. Henry V, could you see Cherry to Gorn being decent? Worried about the big guy, says Henry. I would only do something like that if your team is in like fantastic and you've got no issues whatsoever. But I think that most teams have got a couple, so I wouldn't be doing it personally. I think Cherry should be fine. Clarko City will play. He trained a bit. I know he went off early, but that was probably more just management-wise. Matt, and if you guys want more of an in-depth thing with Cherry, go listen to Drew Jones, Goat Fantasy, wherever you get your podcasts. He's done a really good deep dive on the Cherry there, and they've asked Clarko, and Clarko said he's fine. So you should add a PayPal link in the descriptions of your lives. That way we can send you the money and you get all of it, says Max. It's not a bad point, actually. The only thing is, though, if I put a PayPal link, then I guess less people are likely to do it because it's not as easy. Would people rather do that? I don't know. I'd be happy to set something like that up, but probably just takes a bit more time. But appreciate people's super chats nonetheless, so it's very, very much appreciated. Thanks for your great suggestions, says Tim. All good, mate. Happy to help. What about Perryman or Holland, says Andrew. they're frustrating, right? They score well when we trade them out. And I dare say if Perryman was to continue with this for a week or two, he may be an option for us to consider. So, but yeah. Well, one thing I haven't said all night, we've got 86 watching, so appreciate everyone that's tuning in now, obviously after all of the dramas of starting the stream and having to buy a charger and everything. But make sure you smash a like on the video. We've got 30 so far. Let's try and keep that 100-like streak going. We need 70 more likes from now. So this would be the one I'd be shocked if we got 100 because of all the dramas we had. But if we can get 100, that'd be fantastic. Sanders to Marek or too risky? No, I'm doing that exact trade, mate. So I'm ticking it off. You get a bit of cash and Marek could score better than Sanders. So I'm ticking it off. Tony 4, is there any defenders under Max Holmes that would be worth it? None that I love. None that I'm confident in. Like Jordan Clark, Bailey Dale, they're there, but they're prone to a bad score. These other guys, Max Holmes or above, are pretty good. So Max Holmes would be the cheapest I'll be looking at personally. Harley Reid, would you go JHF to Will Ashcroft but have Max Hall on field over Marais, or JHF to another forward have Rankin? I'm probably still holding Horne-Francis, Harley. I think he'll come good. Like, he looks so good in the preseason, then he's gone to being bad. If you trade him now, you're locking in the cash loss and the bad scores, and then if he starts going well, then you have to bring him back. My question would be, if you weren't an owner of Horne-Francis, is he someone that would be on your watch list that you could then bring in at some point? And if the answer is yes, then I would be definitely not trading him. Callum Robson, any idea where Whitlock will play for North? Looks like we're playing mid-wing for North VFL, but drafted as key back. Yeah, I don't know, Callum. I'm not sure. You probably, you've got a bit more information there clearly. So if he's playing mid-wing, then maybe that's the case. Yeah, I'm not sure. I would have thought a key position, but maybe he's playing somewhere different. Mooney Boy, so you reckon Sanders goes before JHF? Oh, 100%. 100%. Wado, bring in Dunkley or Rankin this week? Rankin for me, Wado. Cheaper, top 6 forward, got to bring him in. I'd rather do that, says Max. Adam Cameron, let's smash this week. Suns this week, Bale's big game. Yes, Adam, mate, I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully the Crowies can continue with the wins. I'm a bit nervous. Big game. Let's just see if there's been any adjustments to scores. There were a couple of adjustments here. I think Darcy Cameron got something. But like Perryman and that didn't get anything. Dacos didn't get anything. Yeah, so it doesn't seem like any major stats. Maybe Darcy Cameron was the one that got a couple of points there, it looks like. But yeah, so hopefully good second half. I've only got DeConing from this game as well, so interesting to see how he goes in the second half. Bales, do you reckon Rankin and Marais in for Bice and Dunkley? Sorry, no, Ryan's saying Rankin and Marais or Bice and Dunkley. 100% Marais and Rankin, 100%. Second half about to get underway, and here we go. And I think TDK got the first hit out, Dacos handball to begin the quarter. Bol, thoughts on these trades? Bales went Rao for Day and Davidson for Harry Armstrong. DeConing is my vice and Dunkley captain. Yeah, I'll tick him off, mate. If you're really keen on Rao, then yeah, go for it. Bit of a different one, so don't mind it. Rao's probably not the one I'm jumping on, but if you're keen on it, then yeah, go ahead. Davidson, if you don't have him, is someone that you need. He's got a low break even, so I like those. Holding Day over JHF, says Andrew. I'd be trading Day over JHF, but that's fair enough if you want to do that. What do we think of trading Lindsay, says Grover? I would prefer to hold, personally, because he'll come back and he'll be a good cash generator for us. But some people do need that cash, maybe. So, Lim3TZ went to 46 likes instantly. Yeah, up to 51, so past 50 already. So we might still be on for 100 likes. So make sure you keep smash a like. 49 to go. We're just over halfway there. So if we can get 100, that'd be fantastic. There's a pretty good kick by Solbon there. Who do you prefer out of Collingwood and Carlton as a neutral, taking everything into account? Probably Carlton, I'd say. Haven't really thought about it, to be honest. They're probably about the same for me as a neutral, to be honest. Andrew Griffiths, no, I was just thinking JHF is a bit lazy, doesn't work for a +6. He would have had a few more last week if he'd actually marked the ball. Bradley Smith, Aches is never popular, but just gets it done. Yeah, he's a really good draft player, Brad. He's a really good player to get in draft because he's solid, average of 85, 90. Is that a free against TDK? Yep, free against TDK there. But he just gets it done, Brad, doesn't he? So, good draft player every year. If you can pick him as your M5 or even as your bench midfielder, he's always pretty good. But sometimes you don't get him that late, right? So, does seem like Doherty is in defence a bit more. If he's playing in defence, that's a big, big target. Especially if you can go a rookie to him. That'll be something I'll be looking at. Oh, dangerous. McGovern drop mark. Perryman handball. Trying to go Nick Dacos and tackled by Hewitt. Grover, Hoogie, Captain Bales, Brayshaw, Smith, Oliver have VC on TDK. So if TDK doesn't get it done, with still plenty of the game to go, I would go... Well, based on my rankings, I've got Smith at 5 and I've got Oliver at 10 and Brayshaw's not in my top 10. So on that, I would say Smith. But there will be a lot of people out. That's a throw by Dacos. Should have been a hole in the ball. But Hewitt, this is a tight clamp. And I did flag this early in the week. A few people were asking about Dacos to trade, and I said, no way. Not against Carlton, then into Sydney. Oh, has TDK been pinged for that? Or has he got a free kick? Oh, that's not holding the ball. That's not holding the ball. He got a handball, then got tackled. If anything, it was a free to Koning. Yeah, so I'd go Smith Grover, but I know a lot of people will be a bit nervous, maybe with the whole calf thing. So maybe you go for someone safer, maybe Brayshaw safer. It's tricky. Matt, hey Bales, thoughts on Himmelberg? The Berg, he's been good this year, but not for me. I don't know what his, let me just look at what his price is at the moment, Himmelberg. I think he's a bit too awkward for my liking. Let's have a bit of a look. The Berg, what's the Berg? 860. No, he's not actually too, there's a kick for Premier, not too badly priced. 81.96, 106. West Coast St Kilda in the next two. Like, you could do worse, right? You could do worse. I just think he's 860. I don't love it, but you could. Jack, is Orca too expensive? Brain says yes, but heart says no. Yeah, he's too expensive. Like, I know that, and here's Perryman with another kick. Of course, Perryman's doing what we thought he was going to do. He's priced at like 116. That's too expensive. Like, if he gets subbed out or drops a stinker, which I don't think he will because of these matchups, to goal, Collingwood in front, he could go massive, right? But it's going to hurt you more if he goes bad and drops down than if he goes well. Because if you buy someone, let's say Holmes, and he goes at 100, that's almost as good. Almost. So I don't love paying up for these guys. I've done it before. I paid up for Bailey Smith in that year. He's going massive. He was crap after I got him. I brought in Steele when he was expensive, when I should have gone the cheaper Mills in like 2022 or 2023. That cost me. Last year, went Cherry out to go get Sarong and get Sweet on field. That blew up my face. But then Sarong had the 140 the week I got him, but then he went over 107 on one occasion. Didn't go over 107 for the rest of the year. So for me, I'm just not doing it. Hewitt is my best pick of the year, says Moonchild. Yeah, mate, he's been good. He's on track for another good score again. Is Power still in the mix after that low score last week, says Tony. Yeah, someone to keep an eye on again this week just to see how he goes, because last week was a bit unlucky, and he might be someone is the best I can get to next week, so he might be someone I might get next week for a rookie, potentially. But yeah, someone I'm definitely keeping an eye on. There's Nick Dacos. Oh, look at him go. Got a handball in the end. Looks like Doherty is playing defence, which is definitely something I'm keeping an eye on. I know Cowan got injured, but yeah, if Doherty's playing defence, that's a big, big watch. Doc's halfback playing on Schultz as Jack. He should have been defence the whole year anyway. I don't know why he wasn't in defence. He's a big, big target for me. Champion Data flogs the amount of stuff they've missed as max. Grover, I was thinking Brayshaw in the Western Derby could be a big against the Dogs, considering they don't really have many good mids at the minute. Yeah, it's a good call. Grover, he's probably the safest guy to go captain, so I'd probably lean to him out of those three, even though he's not in the top 10, but he's probably just safer, which is what you want from a captain if your VC fails. Matt F, thanks, Bales. All good, mate. Happy to help. Thoughts on Humphrey, says Ian G. Don't mind Humphrey. I'd prefer Marek, though, and I prefer Garcia. That's the trouble with Humphrey, is that there's two guys I'd prefer. And I'd go Marek, Garcia, Humphrey in that order. Mitch Z18. All my rookies are playing minus Boyd. I'm trading him Mariah. Should I trade Lindsay to him or trade Later or O'Sullivan? Interesting. I'd trade one of those other two, Later or O'Sullivan, because Lindsay's going to make a lot of cash when he comes back. Just the trouble, who is it, though? Is it Lawler, who probably is capped at 70, break even 25, or is it Finn O'Sullivan, who doesn't look like scoring much over 50? It's up to you who you go out of that, Mitch, but maybe one of those two. I'd prefer to keep Lindsay. Thanks for your help. I'll go Campo and Sanders to Marais and Marek, 271k next week to try and get SDK Fraser up. Yeah, cool, Alex. Yep, happy to help, mate. They're the trades they're the exact same trades I'm doing. I'm doing Sanders to Marek and Campo to Marais. So, like those trades. Here's Doc again. Doc, big target. If he's doing this could be a real big play in the midfield. Yeah, I'm keen. I'm really keen. If he's playing half-back next week, especially if Cowan's out, I'm pretty keen on Doc. And he's that cheap that you can take the punt, especially from a rook. Yeah, I'm keen. I'm really keen on this now. This is what exactly I was waiting for this week as well, for him to do this. Thanks for helping us all, Bale, says Grove. Oh, good, mate. Happy to help. Always happy to help on the watch songs and chat fantasy. That's why we do it. That should be delivered by DeConing. Oh, really? Wow. See, that was more of a free kick than the hole in the ball one. Evening, Bale says, ouch. Evening, mate. Hope you're going well. You probably missed all the action, ouch, though, because the charger for my computer was crackling right when I was starting the stream. So I had to not stream at all for the first quarter and a half but go buy a charger from JB Hi-Fi. But we're back $119 later for the charger. But unfortunately, that's Apple products. All expensive. Kerno, oh, geez, that's almost holding the ball. Oh, it was paid holding the ball. There goes Dacos. He'll get it back here. Bit of a hospital handball. Doherty, good hip and shoulders. Doc again. Oh, my God, I want Doc in my team. He's looking good. Doc's looking great. What's he on now when he scores refresh? 67, 17 disposals, 5 marks. Yeah, I want some Doc in my team for sure. Yeah, I'm pretty much doing the same as you, Alex, although I might be dealing with Nevitt next week, says Lim3TZ. Jack, keen on Hones, but do you think he'll get tagged by heaps this year? Can't handle a tag. Potentially. Bailey Smith there as well to potentially get a tag. That's obviously the thing, but it's a flag. I still think Holmes is a good pick, though. I like Holmes as a pick. It's a good mark from my check there. Ouch. A-Bales, is Marisa trapped with Port's large amount of ins? I don't think so. I think he's locked in a wing. I think they talk about him in the preseason. Port have been looking, I've just heard people say that, talking to their Port mates, that Port have been looking for a wingman for a while since Dersma left, and Marais looked really, really good. I can't see him being sub or dropped. He was really good on the weekend. So I think he's fine. And even if he's in for 3 weeks, he makes over 150k if he goes at 50. So that's still good enough regardless. Andrew Griffiths, I don't think Campo trade unless you get upgrades, says Andrew. I'm not sure what the question is there, Andrew, but appreciate it regardless. Ian G, what's the best site for live fantasy scoring you use, Bales? I just use the AFL site, actually, just because the layout works for the stream. But a few people have said Fan Footy and DT Live or something like that. One of those two. But we got this at the moment. Brett Driscoll. Hey, Bales, would you play Garcia or Davidson F6 this week? Ooh, that's a tricky one. Garcia's got Port in Adelaide. And Davidson's got Freo. I'd play Dave. I think Davidson's got the ceiling again this week. I don't think Garcia's going to go over 90 this week against Port. It's a tough matchup. If you had to only pick one, it's Davidson, but hopefully you can make it work and play both. Ouch, gee, that sucks. At least it's sorted now. Yeah, exactly. So I had to get it, though, because like for tomorrow for the pod and for the other watch-alongs, like I couldn't really put it off just in case I couldn't get one. So, and it was late night shopping as well, so I thought this is the best night. Just get it, buy it, and get it done. As I said, though, $119 sucks because it shouldn't be that expensive to pay for a charger, but it is what it is. But yeah, make sure you guys keep smashing likes on the video. We're up to 54. So we're 46 away from 100. We've had a streak of 6 watch-alongs of getting 100 plus likes, so hopefully we can continue that. Not a good kick from Darcy Moore. But yeah, make sure you keep smashing the likes. So let's get 100. Where's Chera? Would like some touches for him, says Lim. I don't know. He's been quiet this quarter. Haven't noticed him much. Not 15. Oh, geez, Carlton have got themselves into a bit of a bind, but McGovern gets out. Really nicely done. Going to Doc. Not a great kick, though. There's Dacos. Kick for Dacos. Remember, that will be a goal. Yeah, goal. Yep. Membry goal for Collingwood. Collingwood, geez, they've sort of blown out a bit now this quarter. They are up by 16 points. Jack, still back in, so play Davidsson over Garcia. I think I agree. Ouch says agree. I'm assuming you're saying agreeing that Apple products are too expensive. Ouch. Do you live on your own, says Tim. No, still a mum. Still a mum. Cheaper for me as well. Get saved more money. So, and it's fine. Happy to live here. It's pronounced limits as well. Bales, just save you saying 3. Okay, cool. Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, that makes sense. So I'll just say limits from now on. Yeah. Yeah, it was just because it says Lim 3TZ. I thought, yep, let's say that. But if it's just limits, we'll say that, mate. So thank you for clearing that up. Appreciate it. So we've got 12 minutes to go. Has anyone really scored this quarter? Like Doc scored well, but Chera, no points. DeConey's gone backwards. Perryman's gone a few points. DeConey's on the bench as well, it looks like. But yeah, very interesting. There's Houston. I have no doubt he's probably getting boos from the Carlton fans. It was Josh Dacos for +6 and then Lipinski for +6. Independals. Liam Lynch went Data Hewitt this week as a pod. I hope to see another ton. Well, he's going okay. He's on 58. Bit of a quiet quarter so far, but yeah, don't mind it. I wouldn't have done it myself, Liam, but if you're doing it for a pod, as you say, there's Perryman again. Why is he doing this now? It's just bullshit, right? It's just bullshit. It's typical fantasy. I called it last week. I said it. I said it on the pod. I said it on the watch along. I said, let's see Perryman bloody ton up the week after we all get rid of him and he's on bye and he does back-to-back. I knew this would happen. And I almost should have I actually thought about holding him, but I thought I can't do it. I got Nasiah, so I'd rather Nasiah, but it's just typical that Perryman, and it probably was that he was the sub. Reece McInnes came on as sub. Sorry, got subbed off. Ned Long came on as sub, and then he went to the midfield like Perryman. We need you down back for the week, and then he just got unlucky scoring 40 against Port. So, is he an upgrade? Is he a trade target? I want to see more than 1 week. I want to see this again next week. And of course, Hollands is now racking up the points as well. Took the kick in and gets a +6 from the kick in. Where has this been? Where has this been? This is what pisses me off. It was a shit kick because he went straight to my chat. This pisses me off. Garcia, Hollands, and Perryman, all 3 I started with. And a lot of us started with all 3. And a lot of us traded all 3. It's just bullshit. Oh, man. James Evans, feeling nervous about bringing Rowell in but getting Sanders out. Got to think if I'll be happy with Rowell at M8 come season's end, says James. I don't know if he'd be a top 8. I still question whether he's got the outside game to be consistent enough. But he's been good to start the year. So, Jack, Blues about to be 0-4. They remind me of my fantasy team, says Jack. They remind me of mine as well, to be honest. Jacko Toha Productions. Just a question at 9:36 in the back. 9:36 in the bank, looking at a Brisbane mid. Who's the best? Please help. I'm assuming you're talking about, 936k. Lockie Neal, probably. Lockie Neal would be the guy I'd go for. I think he's a good pod. Will Ashcroft's a bit cheaper if you want to save cash, but one of those two. I wouldn't be looking at like a McCarthy. I think McCarthy's too expensive, but I wouldn't be looking at him anyway. Yep, Neal for me. Let's go Perryman. He's playing shit. I remember you saying it. LMAO, he won't ton, says Max. He probably will. Yep. Tom Elliott, should we be worried at all about the amount of ins, Portas, and sub potential on Marais? No, I don't think so, personally. I think Marais played that well. He was in the top 3 player support last week. He's not going to be sub or dropped after that. I think he's fine. And those guys coming in aren't wingmen. They're not wingmen. They're like guys coming in are guys like Lockie Jones, Butters. They're not wingmen. Okay, maybe that means that Burgoyne goes back to a wing, but who's the other wing? Boak? Like, Boak will just start on the bench and come on, and maybe he's even this. I'd think Boak's more of a sub candidate than what Marais is, and Louis even said that on the pod. So Holland's another kick in. Why is Holland's taking all the kick ins now? Like, just seriously, it's just bullshit, isn't it? And it's annoying because if anyone out there's still got one of those 3, I'm happy for you, but it is kissed. It's like you hold them and then they come good, and then it's just so frustrating. We had these guys in our team. But then again, I guess if you held them, you've had that much carnage that you probably needed something to go your way. So it's probably, in that respect, it's probably good. And that will be out of bounds. Psychic Bales, we need the winning lotto numbers next. Well, I said it. How could Rochelle out be bad for ranking this week, says Henry? Nah, I don't think so. Draper come in. He was the sub that came in, and then you've got Lockie Murphy coming in, so it's just a like for like. Rankin's role won't change. Okay, he might spend 5-10% less CBAs and spend a bit more time forward, but I think he'll be fine. I think his scoring will be fine. Can't believe finally got rid of Perryman and Hollands. They finally decided to play some good footy, says Grover. Mate, you and me both. Jack said held Perryman but traded this week. Yeah, of course he did. Unbelievable. Sorry, mate. Sorry to hear that. That's just typical fantasy for you. Ouch. Hey, Buzz. I feel like I have no direction with trades this week. At the moment, going Campo to Marais and Taylor Bice. I feel like I should go one up, one down. Is it wrong to double downgrade? No, I don't, mate. I think it's good. I like it. I like the double downgrade this week. Gets you set up. You get some cash for next week to fix up whichever position you want to next week ahead of best 18. So I like it, mate. I'd be ticking those 2 off. And if I wasn't as keen on Marek as I am, I'd be doing Taylor to Bice as well. Good on you, Bale, says ENG. Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. I'm trapped with Taylor in D7 stupidly. Need to get a rookie D7 in. Yeah, so I'm looking at Bice next week. I'm just looking at doing that trade next week, but Marek this week. James Evans could get Libba instead of Rao, but not sure either way in RDT. I wouldn't get Libba though because of he'll be he's too expensive now. You've missed the scores. Bont will be back at some point as well. Trelaw will be back at some point. So I'm probably not doing it. But if you started him, great starting pick. Best defender under 960k. Ooh, it's tricky because that's obviously not Holmes. Maybe Jordan Clark with a good run coming up. I don't love it. Fantasy is a love-hate relationship, says Wado. Exactly, mate. Exactly right. Akers should have gone to Chera then. Hewitt getting a couple of touches there. TDK 0 point quarter, says DJ. Yeah, he's on -3 for the quarter. TDK deciding he doesn't want to play the third -3 points so far. Yep. He's given away a couple of free kicks. There's Dacos free kick. It's teeming down, it looks like. Or not teeming down, but it looks like it's pretty wet there at the moment. What else we got here? I kept Garcia happy with that at least, says a slipping Jimmy. Rodler, Dakota -3 for the term, not a great VC. TDK 0 quarter. Campbell Baldwin, hey, Buzz, bought a Patreon membership. How do I get team view? Thanks, mate. Appreciate you becoming a Patreon. I will send you a code. I'll do it right now because we're on stream because you've become a Patreon member, mate. So I will get one for you. So pretty much whenever you want a team review, mate, throughout the year, Campbell, you just have to message me and I'll give you a voucher code for it. So I'll get you a voucher code now. And I'll send it to you in a message, and then you just go to Ask Me on Q, and then here's Schultz, another goal for Collingwood coming up, out to a 4-goal margin now. Okay, where is it? Ask Me on Q. I'll log in and get you a code, Campbell, and then you send to the screenshot and you get a personalised audio response, but Patreon members get it for free. So if you would like to become a Patreon member and help support us even more, but get bonus exclusive content, get the Ask Me on Q service for free, get exclusive Q&As every week, team reviews throughout the whole year, then feel free to become a patron at patreon.com/AFL Fantasy Fanatics. Or if you just want to use the Ask Me on Q service and just not become Patreon, then you can also do that at askmeonq, spelled qu.com/AFL Fantasy Fanatics. All right, I'll go to Campbell. I know there are a few messages on the Patreon. If anyone's waiting on a response, I'll get to them tonight. So apologies if I haven't done it just yet. I'm assuming that's you, Campbell, there. There is your voucher code for the team review. All right, Campbell, let me know if you've got that, mate. I've sent you through the voucher, so hopefully that's come through to you. But yeah, as I said, if anyone wants to become a Patreon, feel free. TDK deciding doesn't want to play. Yep, I said it before. Cherry disappointing this quarter, says ouch. Yep, -3 point between TDK and Cherry this quarter, says Alex. Mick, LMZR. Geez, TDK and Cherry blanking this third. Agreed, yeah, they haven't been great. Lim 3TZ. What's the go with O'Meara? I feel like he's got some possible value, averaging pretty well. With Young, did Young come back in this week? I can't remember if he was. I don't think he was back in. But with Young very, very close to come back, if he didn't come in, I would not be going O'Meara. He actually started pretty well, averaging about 90 or something, but I just think it's a bit risky. Yeah, O'Meara, Wagner, Reedy, and Brody. So yeah, for me, I wouldn't be going for O'Meara personally. Will Marriott get kick-ins versus the Giants as ENG? Yes, I think he will, as long as his role continues from what it's been. He had 9 kick-ins last week, and then he had 5 the week before, and Gov took 5 as well. So I think he'll have at least 5 kick-ins, providing Giants aren't super accurate. And if you're telling me a guy's got 15, 20 points already, I'm definitely taking it. So I'm a big fan of Marrick. Karen Shannon, it's raining, it's pouring. Yeah, I'm not quite snoring. So, Jack Perryman, Sanders to Holmes and Rankin means missing Marrick, Marias and Bice. Perryman, Sanders to Holmes, Rankin. Well, yeah, it sucks you traded Perryman now, Jack, right? I think getting Holmes and Rankin's the play. Or you don't trade Sanders and you just go, if you got a red dot, Jack, I'd fix that red dot to Marias up instead. And then just do Sanders out next week. That's what I would do. But it's up to you what you're looking at doing. Is that Chera +5? Yeah, got the handball. So there's Chera. At least you got some points on the board. Trying to find TDK, but an awful kick. Holland's handball. And Chera wrapped up. Awful kick to DeConing. Travis versus Mark. Carlton are a mess, says Max. Angus, Chera scored 0 this quarter, but yeah, got a few there. Tim, how do I message you about voucher code, says Tim. I sent you a voucher code already, Tim, on Patreon. So, but I can have a look after and send it through. But I'm pretty sure I sent one through to you, Tim. Or actually, I'll get you another one. But I looked at your team already, Tim, though. So I think that we should be all sweet with that. Unless you need another team review. But I'm probably don't want to be giving out more than one a week. Like if you do one, that should be good. And if you've got any separate questions, then feel free. But probably just leave it to one. Because if I do, the only thing is if I do 2 or 3 team reviews for everyone per week, I'm just not going to be able to do it for everyone weekly. And then people are probably going to lose out by not having a review each week. So I'll leave it to one review, Tim. And I know you did one already. But if you've got any other questions, feel free to put them through. But I like your trades anyway. So, yeah, I like them. Yeah, got it. Cheers, says Campbell. Good to hear. Carlton having the third quarter blues again, says ouch. No one's scoring now, says Max. Liam Lynch, what happened to my boy Hewitt? Can't watch the game. Yeah, he's been a bit quiet. We'll do a bit of a refresh with scores, but I think Hewitt's in the 60s, I think, at the moment. Where is he? Where's Hewitt? He's wrong side docket. Oh, he's not even on the top page. Okay, he's been a bit quiet then, clearly. He did give away a free kick, though, so that might be why. Sure, can't get near it this course, says Tom Elliott. Henry V, I haven't got an avenue to get Bose. Would you get Rankin or Marais? Where's your team at, Henry V? Is your cash gen going well? Do you have a red dot that you'd rather fix up? If you got a red dot, I'd rather do that to Marais and get Rankin next week. But if it's just like you're trading Sanders and you can get either, you get Rankin. Just depends where your team's at there, Henry V. Had a red dot, but it's Campo, says Jack. Stuck with my second trade, says Harley. Could go SDK, someone like a Noble or Bowie or O'Connell. O'Connell to Bice is the trade, Harley. I'd do O'Connell to Bice. You get rid of a red dot. Okay, we'll come back in at some point, but he's not going to make much cash. There's TDK. Nice intercept mark coming up for TDK. Yeah, I'd be doing O'Connell to Bice and just hold SDK for one more week. Not a great kick to Chera. And the ball in. Campbell, sorry, Bales, but what do I do with the code? Oh, so you just head to askmeonq.com/AFL Fantasy Fanatics. That's spelt QU. And you just put the voucher code in when you go to ask a question. And you won't get charged. It'll say probably you're going to get charged, but I guarantee it comes up saying $0. So, yeah. And if not, I can always message the guys and say that someone's used the code and it hasn't worked. But you should use the code, go to the website, and yeah, get it done. But yeah, let's keep smashing the likes. We're up to 59 to slowly moving up, 41 away from 100. So keep smashing the likes of the 59. If there's a few of you that haven't liked it yet, make sure you smash a like on the video. Let's try and get another 100 likes and keep moving up. When will Voss get the sack this year, says Wado. I'm not sure if he will, but it's getting to a point, where Carlton are struggling a lot and they might be thinking about it. Marek or Hall, says Grover. Marek for me. You've lost the cash gen from Hall, and Marek's a guy that could actually score quite well. So there's Doc. Don't know if he took the mark or not. Are you holding Lindsay, says Jack. Yes, I am. Yep, on my bench. So he's a hold for me. Got a minute for you to go. Doherty going along pretty solidly, up towards near 80 points now. And playing off half back as well. So TDK free kick here. So TDK getting a couple of points late in the quarter. What's TDK up to now? He might be in the top page again. Yeah, up to 62. It's not obviously amazing for a VC, but Dacos got a kick and looks like Darcy Cameron's going to get a +6 here. Voss don't come Monday, says Tristan Hattie. Up to 61 likes as well. Appreciate the couple that just liked it then. Let's keep it going. Jake Stevens, thank you very much. New Patreon member, Jack. Very much Jake Stevens. Very much appreciate becoming a Patreon, mate. If you would like a team review and you're tuning in now, then let me know and put it in the chat and I can give you a voucher code, mate, and can review your team. Or if you'd like to do it next week, then we can do it next week. Grover, Hall break-in still -16. Yes, I know. It's still -16, which is good. But if he drops a couple of low scores, he's going to stop, right? And the point is that there are other guys that are cheaper than him that I think have got more cash to make. So that's the only reason I'm saying no. But if you've got Marais, if you've got Bice, then go Hall. Hall's probably not a bad pick outside of that. But I'd almost rather Langford as well for a longer-term player. That would just be my thing with Max Hall personally. But if you're really keen, I'm not going to talk you out of it. There's Doherty with a kick that was smothered, so that won't be counted because it went backwards. And another ball in. Already locked Cherry Doc for next week. Hall break him. Oh, yeah, I said it before. So, yeah. But no, the way it's going, Doherty, if I've got trades I can do next week, I'm looking at doing... Geez, if I could do Hasty up to Doherty, wow, that would be a trade that I would love to do. And might be something I do seriously consider, even if it's just the one game. But Doherty's looking great. He's standing off the back of stoppage. This is the role that he racked up in. Dacos getting a bit frustrated, looks like. Tough night for him. Yeah, Doherty. He's playing. He's definitely in defence. 3/4 time. Yeah, Doherty, get in my team next week, Doherty. If I can bring Doc in for... So, I'm going to have 220k. If I go Taylor to Bice next week, that's 300 odd K I'll get. Or maybe just under. But let's say 280. So that gives me 500k. Hasty up, that gets me 700. That's Doc. That's Hasty to Doc next week. That I'm liking those trades. So if I could do those trades this week, then great. But yeah, Doherty, 22 disposals. Playing halfback, which is where he should have. 500 metres gained as well. Yeah, Doherty, mate. I think you'll be coming into my team next week, that's for sure. Let's look at the scores at 3/4 time. So we've got Darcy Cameron dominating. 107 points. And there were a lot of people that trade him out, but he's dominating. 26 hit outs, 18 touches, 6 marks, 4 tackles. Definitely winning the battle out of him and TDK. Akers 86, good for draft coaches. Walsh 84, quite quarter for there. Only 8 points for Walsh, but still going okay. I know that Jordox be happy. Doc's on 84. As I said, I'm really keen. I'm really keen on Doc now. Pennell's 83, Schultz and Sard 77. Got both those two in draft, which is nice. Houston 74, Josh Dacos 70, Perryman 69. No surprise. Hewitt 69, Cherish 66, DeConing 65. It's not awful, but as a VC, you're wanting him to be on a good score at 3/4 time, right? So, Ollie Holland's on 60. Like, that's okay if you've still got him. 60's not bad. Silvani 59's okay. Nick Dacos 58. Got some more points that quarter, but still quiet by his standards, which is good for us non-owners because it means he'll be dropping. I think his break-even's like 99. So if he can drop a bit more this week and then next week, he'd be a perfect upgrade in round 6 or round 7. That's what I'm looking at. What else we got here? Will Watts on 38. Anyone else relevant? Shirley Cunliffe 37. Bit quiet from him, but conditions aren't great. That's pretty much it. So, but yeah, Doherty for me is the one that I'm. Yeah, he's looking good. Playing off half back, which is where he should have been playing to start the year anyway. He's someone I'm definitely looking at. I'm actually just gonna have a look. So Doherty, let's have a look at what Doherty's on. Right, so Doc. Let's go Doherty. Doherty break-even's 83, so he's already passed his break-even to 726. Actually, so I might be like touch and go to go Hasty to him, but I'll be able to go like another rookie to him or someone to him. It won't matter. So, yeah, Doc for me is a big target for me next week. Yeah, he's playing this role, looking great. So part of me doesn't want him to go nuts now because I know the role's there, and if he's there next week and they don't bring in defenders, then he's someone I'm looking at. Captain Smith, Rosie or Dawson, says Harley Reid. Out of those three, it's Dawson. And it's Gold Coast. He's number 4. Rosie's not in the top 10 just because of the potential Winhager tag. Smith's at number 5. But Smith was probably a better VC shout than a captain shout. That's my only worry with Smith. But if you're keen on Bailey Smith, I think the matchup's great. Back at home, I'd be going Dawson out of those three, though, Harley. Suns a tough matchup for Rankin. Don't think so, Jet. I think Suns are okay, so I think they're fine. Surely Voss is getting sacked, says Andrew. I don't know. We'll have to see. Jared Byrne, hey, Bales, ranked 3K at the moment. Good stuff, mate. Congrats. Can I keep SDK this week and bring in Bice? Yeah, I think you can. Yep. and you can go stick up next week if that's the case. Yeah, that's fine. Andrew Griffiths, Cherry can go soon. I wouldn't touch Blues as Voss doesn't know his best 22. I think Doherty's a big target. Low 700s. That puts him priced at what? 70? Even if he goes at 85, that's a win. Make a bit of cash. I think they've got a good run as well, Collingwood. Sorry, not Collingwood, Carlton, sorry. What's Carlton's run coming up? They got West Coast, North Melbourne, Geelong, Adelaide, St Kilda. Oh, sign me up. Doherty, sign me up. What's it? Let me just go to Moreira's Magic for a sec, so you guys will just see. It will just be well on the screen. What's Doherty priced at? That's the big one for me. So Sam Doherty is priced at 74. So if he goes 100 tonight, he goes up 13k. Break-even will be 66. So for me, that's a big watch. Something I'll definitely keep an eye on. Taylor up to Doc next week, says Castle Riches. Yeah, mate. Yep, that's a good trade. If you can do that, fantastic trade. Who do I field out of Sanders or Hall? Says MJ. I think you still back Sanders in. Hall's got Port in Adelaide, so I don't love that matchup. Stephen Neal. No, hang on. Message retracted, so must have deleted it. Campbell Baldwin, cheers, Bales. Just sent it through. Love your work. Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. I'll get to that later on tonight. You'll have it in the morning, right? So whether it's straight after game or if it's a bit later, you'll still have it. Because I got the IPL on tonight again. I'm a big fan of the IPL. Watch it every night. So that'll start at midnight. So could be just before, could be after, but you'll have that before the morning, mate. So I appreciate you becoming a patron as well. But yes, let's keep smashing through the likes. 63. We've got 37 to get in the last quarter. So let's get 37 more likes in the last quarter to pass 100 again and make it 7 streams in a row of 100. So Degoe looks like Degoe's been subbed out for Ned Long. So you make sure you keep smashing likes. We very much appreciate if we can get to 100 once again. So Walsh is on Dacos. So who's the midfield for Collingwood? Pendles, Ned Long, and Dacos. So Perryman is either on the bench or in defence. You following a team in the IPL, says Castle Riches? No, just neutral fan. Just playing a bit of like the game day squad fantasy for the IPL. Just enjoy watching. I just enjoy watching all the best players playing in it. I wish the BBL was like that. I think the TDK might get a tackle for that. I wish that BBL was able to get all these better players, right? Like the lineups in these teams are ridiculous. Like all Australia's test players, India's test players, England players, all the best players from around the world are all playing this league. That's what makes it so good. And it's on a good time for me. Probably not a good time for a lot of people because it's at midnight. A lot of people have got stuff to do, whereas me, not as much at that time of the night. So pretty much in terms of following a team, teams that have got more Aussie players than not is probably the team I'll likely go for. But I know all teams have got an Aussie player in it pretty much. So yeah, just enjoy watching it. John to go subbed, Perriman going 100 average now, says Jack. Well, Ned Long comes on for him, right? So it's just a like-for-like replacement pretty much. The IPL pitch are ridiculous. So flat, but Stark still dominates. Love it, says Jack. Yeah, there's a lot of high scores, but makes it fun, right? So, hey, Bales, rookie fix-up, Bice and Marais, or Sanders and Frazier to... Oh, hang on. Rookie fix-up, Bice and Marais, or Sanders and Frazier to Brayshaw on Bice puts rookie in defence over Frazier. Steve, that's a tricky one. What rookies have you got, Stephen? What rookies are you talking about fixing up? Are they like red dots like Campo and Hastings guys like that, or are they guys like Finn O'Sullivan and Lawler? Because that probably changes my answer. So, Stephen, let me know what you're looking at. Campo got to come back in, says Barco. But he wasn't even on the emergencies. A guy like Binns is in there before. So, Ned Long goal. Pretty much, I think Collingwood are almost home now. 31 points up in the wet. Campo and Hasty, says Stephen. Yeah, so for me, that means Bison Marais, I think. And Sanders and Fraser can go next week. And you can go one down, one up next week. But I'd prefer to do the rookie fixer because this is the week, right, to do it. Best 18, Stephen. You got last week before you get a best 22. I would prefer to do the rookie fix-ups this week. And then you could do the one up, one down starting from next week. That's what I'd personally do. But I do like the Brayshaw bias option, though, if you were keen on that. But I probably like the Marais. Because the thing is, Marais and Bice, Marais definitely will get away from you this week. Bice probably doesn't. Whereas Brayshaw, it's got dogs, but he goes Richmond next week, so you can do him next week. And then you can see if Sanders and Fraser turn it around or not. Carlton second halves, come on, Perryman, says Ben. Thanks, champ, says Stephen. All good, mate. Happy to help. Ian G, so is it before round 6 DPP or after? Before round 6, so after gather round in round 5. It is teeming down in the game. Does it shock us that Melbourne weather is crap? I like Melbourne when I go, but it feels like 4 seasons every time in Melbourne. So Dacos handball. He's going to get it back. Oh, no, memory, bad handball. There's Hewitt with a kick. Through TDK. He should have got a touch there. Nick Dacos +6 coming up. I don't want Dacos bloody getting away in this last quarter. And my check mark. It is teeming. It is absolutely teeming down at the moment. Tell you what, Nick Dacos on the top page. He's not, but he's essentially is. He's on 69, same as Perryman. So when I was hoping he might drop a sub 70, looking like he's going to go probably 90. TDK at the 71 as well. Not awful. Doc still hasn't touched it just in his last quarter, but Doherty's definitely in defence, right? He's big target. Massive target. Priced in the mid-70s, and he's playing in defence, which is what we've wanted him to do all season. And it's finally happening. And if you can go a rookie to him, lock it. There's Walsh +6, and probably going to Doc for a +6. Yep. Doherty up to 90. Doherty, oh man, it is going to be good to trade Doc into my team next week. Going a rookie to him is going to be amazing. With a good run coming up for West Coast. I know that West Coast isn't... Sorry, good run coming for Carlton. I know West Coast isn't a great matchup, but I don't care. Doc is a good pick, I think. Really probably depends who comes in next week, but it looks like even if Cowan was playing in defence, I think Doc would still be back there. Looks like that's a change that they've made. Is Bice secure in the Swans team, says Jet? It's a good question. I don't think he's locked necessarily. He's been good, but Swans have got a handful of players come back in the next 3 weeks, 4 weeks. So that's why I'm waiting an extra week on Bice just to see. But yeah, he's someone to watch. So I'm in Melbourne. It is raining currently, but not as much as the broadcast looks, says Angus. Should I fully commit to double downgrade or have a look at Humphrey, says Angelo. I'm comfortable double downgrading this week. This is the week to do it. Get prepared for best 22 again next week. So I'm happy to double downgrade. Get Marais and Bice or Marek or Langford or whoever you're wanting to bring in. Do that this week and you can start upgrading from next week because you'll get cash for next week to make an upgrade. If Doherty keeps this role, which it looks like he will at the moment, playing in off half back, there's a Deconing kick. Doherty's a big target next week. He's priced in the mid-70s. And in this half back role, I can't see him going under 90, which is, you're talking about 15 points unders and could be a lot more than that if everything goes to plan. He's someone I'm definitely looking at. Pitney back next week, says Jack. I still think TDK is playing too good to make that switch. Yeah, I don't think that they'll bring him back next week. TDK is not the issue for Carlton. It's the rest of their team that's the issue. TDK is actually playing very, very good in the ruck. So I would be a little bit surprised if they did change the one thing that's actually working for them at the moment. Hall or Marais on field? Marais for me, Jack. better matchup for Rice against Saints. Could rack up those +6s. Hull's tough matchup against Port at Adelaide Oval. I don't love the matchup for Hull. That could be a 50. Maybe might not even get to 50. All shot to 96 as well. Here's Doc again, getting away, getting another kick. So that's 99 for Doc. 93 for Doc now. Probably don't want a lot more from Doc. I know I've seen what I want to see, but I don't really want him racking up that much more because otherwise his price is going to get to a point where I might not be able to get him. Because Hasty's 250. I got 500. I probably don't want him going up a heap much more just in case Bice goes up a lot. Tackle for TDK. No free against TDK. This hasn't been as good a night for TDK. Back down to 72 again. Darcy Cameron's definitely won the battle tonight. I still think, though, that he's been good for them this year, so I wouldn't be dropping to Pitney. And if Pitney comes in, well, it might be very interesting for TDK moving forward. Perryman +6. Where's these been, Perryman? Where have these been, mate? Would have been nice if you did this earlier. We would have bloody kept you. And our teams would probably be in a bit of a better spot if they were. I would have got rid of Sam Taylor over Perryman if that was the case. There's a tackle for Doc. Up to 97. Haven't been able to watch any of the Sydney games. What role is Bice playing, says Harley Reid? Just off half-back. Almost a clone version of Blakey, pretty much. Foss or Lindsay out, says Jack. I'm Foss out before Lindsay. Lindsay's going to be a better cash generator when he comes back, so I'm Foss out before Lindsay. Perryman 83. Just unbelievable. And he's playing midfield as well. Yep. Absolutely typical. Plays midfield. We trade him out. Dacos handball. Tackle from Perryman. Not going to count, though, because it went straight to Carlton. Kemp, I got an out number here to White. Tackled by Houston, and it doesn't work for Carlton again. Chera almost 10 minutes on the bench, says Hexon. And unfortunately, that's what Carlton have been doing with Chera. Just gets stuck on the bench in a quarter. Hey, Bowles, bro, on night shift, really appreciate the stream. Not trying to use all my data on Foxtel. Held Perryman on my alternate count. I'm loving this as exceptions. There's Doherty with a kick. It's not going to count, though. Looks like a free kick. Looks like against Dacos. Who's it going to? It's going to Hewitt. So against Dacos. Hewitt lining up for goal. But yeah, exceptions all good, mate. Happy to be on the stream for you. I didn't think we would get a stream tonight when my charger shut itself, but we're here, so which is good. What is this bench time for Chera, says Tom Elliott. Yeah, it happens every week, unfortunately. He gets a 10-minute stint at some point and drags his time on ground down, unfortunately. Limits, surely reconsider my comment earlier about Chera possible trade out, maybe switch him to Doherty. Yeah, it's a possibility, right? It is definitely. If your team's in a good spot and Chera's your biggest issue, you could definitely look at it. Oh, TDK, if that was a dry game, that was a mark. Walsh tackle on Perryman. Chera been stuck on the bench the whole quarter. Can the ball please come to the other side of the field? Says Nicky Joe Caruso. Chera's back on now, so people will be happy that he's back on. There's Crispy. Trying to go to Bobby Hill. Not great. There's Chera. There he is. Gets a kick away. Not a great kick, though. Holland's handball. Looks like Holland's is more forward. Which would be an interesting turn. Going from half back to wing to forward. TDK's been poo since halftime, says Grover. Yeah, he's not been great, unfortunately. Layla out before Lindsay, says Ian. I probably would. No, here you go. Here's Holland's free kick. I probably would trade Lawler before Lindsay if you can, says for Ian. 34 likes away from 100. Let's keep smashing the likes. Let's get 100 on the stream. We're getting close. Only 34. Is that a goal for Hollands? Or is it touched? Can't even be mad about Hollands and Perryman. Won't hit their break-evens anyway, says Tom. I'll be looking at Cripps to Doc, says DJ. Yeah, you could definitely look at it. That is a goal. Holland's goal. It's gone over the line. It'll be a goal to Ollie Hollands. You're looking at Doc, says Steve, though. Definitely. Yep, after this, he's been playing half back from what I've seen. What was he doing? That Hollands will hit break even, says Grover. What was Doc doing in the first half? Obviously, because I didn't see the first half. Was he playing half back as well? Or has this just been since Cowan got injured? I'll be interested to see if he was playing. If he was playing half back all game, that's even more of a tick it off. They're both holding each other. That's a bit of a stiff free kick to pay against Bobby Hill there. Looked like they're both holding, but Doc was wing, went back when Cowan got injured, says Angus. Okay. Yeah. So, interesting. Interesting to see who they bring in. If they bring in a bit... So, if they go Bins next week in for Cowan or Campo and Doc's still in the team, Doc will play halfback. Hollands and Perryman doing my head in, says MJ. Oh, mate, they're doing all their heads in. Like, they decide now that they want to score when we don't have them. There's Perryman. There'll be a tackle. Looks like De Koning's on the bench now as well because Young's in the ruck against McStay. There's Schultz again. Does go 118. Sam Walsh had a good quarter though. 111 for Walshy. So Jordox will finally be happy that his boy is able to go, well, if Taranto can somehow put out a good score against Brisbane, he's going to be very, very happy. Yep, for sure. Perryman on 90 though is just, oh man. And some people held Perryman as well. Look, I went Perryman to Nasai, right? So I'm not going to complain. I've got the better player, got the guy I'm going to be keeping. It's fine. But it is frustrating that he'll go and put a good score up for people that held. There's a Walsh handball. Chair a tackle. Just rewound the game to the first quarter. Doc's been on Schultz at half back since quarter one. At the start of the game, though, or was that when Cowan got injured, Jack? That's the question. So yeah, scrolling down to limits, we're starting to scroll down. So De Koning 73, Cheris 73, Holland 72 with 2 goals. Dacos 68. That's pretty much the main ones from scrolling down. So there you go. Hopefully that's answered that there for your limits. Cowan injured 5 minutes in, says Angus. Yeah. Is Teddy Cowan on the bench or what's happening? Why he isn't in the ruck? Yeah, he's on the bench at the moment. He's bench stint for the quarter. Nicky Joe Caruso. Schultz had his best game as a pie and Doc shocking. Supercoach score might not persevere with him off half back. The reason his Supercoach score isn't high is because when he's kicked it, it's been either turned over or not. But it hasn't been like, from what I've seen, it hasn't been bad kicks. It's been like just the weather getting it forward and Carlton letting him down, really. That's what it seemed like to me. But yeah. Interesting watch. Definitely something I'll consider next week. From especially Hasty, right? I'm going Hasty to him. Like, I'm going a rookie down. So, Doc Wing at first CBA, says Jack. Yeah, it's an interesting one, right? And it probably depends what team selection looks like next week. If they bring in a wingman and he goes to half back, which I think is what they should be doing. They should be getting an experienced head back there. Looks like Dacos got a bit of a knee concern at the moment. Just pointing to his knee. there. So interesting. Going to love getting Dacos for 900k, says Tom Elliott. He's not going to drop that much. His break-even was 99. He might drop 20, 30k, but yeah, it's the Sydney game. If he gets tagged to a low score, you don't get him against Brisbane. You bring him in against Essendon on Anzac Day. Bang. That's what we're looking at. Roy's right. Every time Dacos getting tagged, he has an injury. And in the quotes there. You do make a good call, right? There's always something when he's tagged. There's always something that's wrong with him. Doc still pushes up to the back of contest at stoppages regardless, says Jack. Here's Hollands with a kick. Goes to Walsh. Walsh has got Doc out wide. So +6 for Walsh. Goes to Hewitt for a +5. Back to Walsh. Walsh with a handball. Hollands coming up for a kick here. There's Cooper Lord. Should have kicked it short to Doc, but he goes to Will White instead. DeConey back on. Don't know if he's playing forward or just went forward after coming back on. Cherry going to get to that annoying score where you can't trade, says Jack. Yeah, probably. Yep. Can you possibly check Cherry's break even? I don't even have the thing to do it on fantasy. Yeah, I can check his break even. So Adam Chera, let's have a look. So Chera's break even was 69 coming into this game. So he's on 76 at the moment. So he's obviously not going to go up a heap. So yeah. Porter Dennis. Good day, Porter. I haven't seen your name in the chat for a while, mate. 1.05 million to spend on a midfield this week. Who's your pick? Thinking either Tom Green or Brayshaw. Yeah, I like Brayshaw. There's another +6 for Sam Walsh. I like Brayshaw the most. I think the run is really good. Bulldogs, Richmond in the next two. He's got another couple of games after that are really nice. So I'd be going him or... Tom Green's the other really good one I like. West Coast this week could be a big sugar hit for you. But I hope you're going well, Porter, mate. Been a while. There's a Doc +6. Looks like Doc is on a wing at the moment. So maybe he's not, right? Maybe Doc... Maybe it was just he was playing half back for a bit. He'll go back onto a wing next week. Who knows? But... if I can do Hasty or Doc, could be something. Yeah, make sure you guys keep smashing the likes on the video. We are only 30 away from 100. So we're slowly getting up there. So make sure you keep smashing a like so we can get 100 on the stream and make it 7 consecutive streams of 100+ likes. So smash a like. Get another account if you want and smash a like on that as well. That'd be very much appreciated. Intercept mark by Wiedering. Do we think Sam DeConing and Foss good outs this week? Yeah, I don't mind it, Corey. You're probably the better guy to read on Foss. You're the North fan. Yeah, they both can go for sure. There's another free kick against DeConing. Porter Dennis going well. Can't say the same about my team at the moment, unfortunately. Yeah, well, you were quite highly ranked last year, weren't you? At sort of start of the year, you were like top 50 or something from what I can remember. So you were going quite well. So a shame that it's not going too well so far. Looks like Chera back in now again. +6 for Chera. Another +6. Oh, my God. Chera now starting to get bloody +6s now. Yeah, cheeky +12 for Chera. Unbelievable. And McGovern intercept mark. Here's Doc for a +6. Chera again. My God. He just racked up 15 points in the space of about a minute. As a non-Chera owner, I was like, okay, cool. He hasn't gone big. That's fine. But now he's starting to bloody get towards another ton. Hollands. Back to Chera. My God, here we go. Chera absolutely junking up at the moment. And Wiedering deliberately didn't go to him there. He probably could have. Absolutely unbelievable. Would McRae be worth bringing in next week, or can I wait because most of his price has already been raised as Max Linden? Oh, you need McRae. You got to get McRae in. If you don't have McRae, you got to get him in. Motlop free kick. Carlton should have kept Campo. He's obviously not the reason they're losing, says Limits. Agreed. Who do I captain in fantasy draft? Dawson, Butters, Sinclair, Brayshaw, or Cherry? Jeez, you've got a stacked bloody team. Dawson for me. Dawson's number 4. I don't have any of the other guys ranked. I don't mind Brayshaw, though. The other guys, no. TDK shocking VC for me, says Tony Ford. Andrew, hey, Bales, do you think Zorko's a must-have, or do you save money? I'd be saving the money. Houston, mate, I don't think I'd be pushing and shoving people, mate. You're the guy that bloody is going to be coming up for another suspension. Roll into Dawson captain, says Tony Ford. I would. Yep. So Dacos intercept mark, +6 coming up. Cherry junk time marks in the losing game's hilarious, says Tom Elliott. Agreed. Have 300k in the bank, so looking at maybe Holmes and Rice this week, says Corey. Yeah, I like those 2 ins, mate. So Cherry's off halfback now. Only Carlton would junk when down 5 goals with 5 minutes to go. They're a shambles. Loving Cherry, says Stephen Neal. I'm not. As a non-owner, I was sort of going, okay, good. He's not putting up a score to really burn me, but now he's probably at a point where he's, I don't know if he's ton. Did he ton? Is he tonned yet? 97. Like, he was doing nothing, and then he's just junked up to get to this score. Voss is gone, says Henry V. Loving Chera and Perryman, says Andrew. Lift Perryman, says Wado. Porco, my captain this week, says that Bulldog guy won. Yeah, Zorko number 1 this week for me. If I had Zorko, he'd be my captain. He should be very, very good. Hopefully Voss will get sacked and the new coach plays Campos, says Tony Ford. Limits, yeah, because he gets benched heaps. Alex, captain in real trouble. Now Dawson or Lions, guys. Smith, Brayshaw. Alex, I'd be going 1 Lions, guys. Probably not with Ashcroft, but if you've got a Dunkley or a Neal or a Zorko, one of those 3 are the other guys I'd go. If you don't have any of those 3, Dawson would be my pick. Great to see Hollands and Perryman finding some form after leaving my team, says Porter Dennis. Agreed, mate. Both out of my team and both actually looking good. There's a DeConing hit out. There's a Chera handball, if they count it. Nick Dacos going to be cheap soon, says Corey. Yeah, go down a little bit. But then he's got Sydney and then will be a target the week after. Chera hasn't ton this year, Bales. We deserve this. Yes, he did. He got a ton. He got 100. There's DeConing free kick. About time he got a free kick instead of giving them away. And kick straight to Darcy Moore. I don't have Dawson or Lions, guys. It is down to Smith or Brayshaw. I've got Smith high, Alex. But if you are concerned with the calf, maybe you go Brayshaw for a bit of safety against the Dogs. I'd still back Smith in, though. I'd back in Bailey Smith. Great matchup. He's my number 5 this week. So I like him. Oh, has he? But I forgot. Sorry, was only 100, though. Yeah, exactly. So he hasn't put up any ceiling scores this year. Gorney score predictions as Marco. I'm going to go 131. It's Hewitt's here. Wow, he says Jack. Yeah, Hewitt just kicked a goal. So Super Huey going well. He was the pick. I half looked at it, but I never really properly considered it, right? Look at that. Hollands, Perryman, Chera, all these guys. Like Doc, obviously 108 as well, is something to definitely get. Walsh, 137. Wow. You reckon Jordox is going to be pretty happy? He's going to be ecstatic with that. He's going to be really happy. About time as well for him. He deserves Not many people got Walsh, but he deserves to get that big score from Walsh. He started him. I probably wouldn't have started him. I said that to him as well, but he deserves a big score. Hoping they don't do something silly and bring back Pitner after this game, says Tom Elliott. Oh, it wouldn't shock me, but they really shouldn't. Nijo Caruso, Dacos comparing about ducking and lifting arm for freeze. Hewitt just stealing the ball off of De Koning. Handball for Cheris. That's the ton for Chera. Handball for Hollands. Gives it to Doc. Doc's playing everywhere at the moment. Like, he's not really got a set role, but he is so cheap that you could maybe take the risk. There's Hollands again. Another kick. And a behind for Hollands. Had Hewitt last year, got made sub and forced to trade him. Typical, says Moonboy. Thomas Elliott, they're screaming for Doherty in defence too. This team is rubbish, says Tom Elliott. Yeah, agreed, mate. Agreed. So, minute and 3 seconds to go. Minute, 3 seconds to go in the game. Good on you, Chera. Never a doubt, says Angus. Well, he's tubbed up now, which is at least good for the Chera owners. 9 marks is the thing that got him there. So, Watchalong tomorrow night, says Marco. No, not tomorrow night, unfortunately. That'll be the first night of the 3 sort of Watchalong weeks that there'll be none. So, none tomorrow. I'm going out to watch the game with DT Lemon's playing at the District at the casino, so I'll go watch him play some music. And I'm not sure if maybe a Louis or a few other guys will go, but I'm just going to go watch the footy with them. Guy Perriman, says Jared Byrne. Agreed, mate. I told my mate not to bring in Dacos. Bad places, Ben. Yeah, it's not a great play, right? But at the end of the day, we're going to want him at some point. So if he's got him now, then so be it. 40-point quarter limits, says for Chera. Thank God I help Perryman, says Ben. Perryman and Hollands where was this 2 weeks ago, says Luke Dowdy. Agreed, mate. Agreed. I don't know where this was. Chera did get paid that bloody tackle as well. So 105 now. Okay, I take it back. I'm mad about Hollands and Perryman, says Tom Elliott. Yeah, Hollands 87, Perryman 95. Just a pretty typical fantasy watch along where the players we get rid of do well and the players that we've got don't do well. So the only player that I've got and a lot of people got is De Koning, and he's not even on the top page. Like, I didn't have him VC, so I was sort of hoping he wouldn't go 140 on me, but I was still hoping that he would ton up for me. Oh, Zach Williams looks like he's injured here as well. Right at the end of the game, which isn't great. There's a kick from Dacos. And there's a siren. Collingwood win by, what's that? 17 points in the end. But they did have 23 scoring shots to 16, so a lot more. Max is happy about Chera. Pretty shit game, says Limits. Yeah, Max, geez, this would be big if he's injured because he was playing off defence. Just put Doc in defence and leave it at that. TDK to Briggs might be a move if Pitt is back, says Jack. There you go. That's a bit of a rhyme one for you. It is, but I really hope it's not, because that means we're going to have to keep Sam Taylor again. Like, if I go TDK down to Briggs and then go use that cash and go up to Doc, that means keeping Taylor again. That wins always injured, says Moonboy. Perryman to Sinclair will still be better in the long run for people, though, or Zorko. Where did I get up to? We got Davidson, the Doc. Darcy Cameron bully TDK, says Ben. Pretty shit game, says Limits. What a save, says Max from Chera. What an absolute joke of a game, bro. As if after we've traded out Hollands and Perriman, they go 90. Oh, mate, it's just fantasy, isn't it, right? You trade the guys out, they actually do what you wanted them to do. I knew this would happen, right? Like, I said this last week, especially about Perriman. I said about Perriman, I'm like, you watch, he'll go and ton up the following week. And he got pretty bloody close, 95, right? So I said it would happen, but I still didn't want him. I never had the guts to do it. Hurts more to watch other players go well than see your own fellas play shit, says Porter Dennis. Agreed, mate. Angus Chera, 105, looking sexy. Nugget, watch Rankin go 50 and Mariah gets injured or some BS, says Nugget. Nicky Joe Caruso, do you think we can grab Josh Dacos as soon as DP start? Think will be unique? Probably not just yet. I don't think he's shown enough that he's going to be this top 6 guy. So, Taylor has Saints. You'll be fine, says Angus. Jack, David King reckons Cameron embarrassed TDK tonight. Marco's TDK the highest priority if Pitto's back. Taylor a hold for the year at this stage. Agreed, mate. It could be a play, particularly if Briggs is cheap. You make a lot of cash from it. So, Cheers Bell says limits. Thanks, mate. Henry V. And the opposite will probably happen with JHF. He'll make sure to not do well until everyone has him out. Night Bale's great watch song. Thanks, Tristan, mate. Obviously, it was a bit of a tougher start to it, but we got there in the end. This TDK performance just cements a Pitto selection, says Angelo. Taylor, the Reed of 2025, says Stephen Neal. Yeah, but just the 600k version. So I need to get rid of him. How many likes are we up to? 78. We need 22 likes before we end the stream. Let's try and get 22 likes. So if you haven't smashed a like, it takes 2 seconds, 1 click of a button, and you've helped us out a lot. So make sure you smash a like on the video. It would be very, very much appreciated if we can get 100 and keep the streak going. Yeah, so let's have a look at the scores, right? So let's have a look. We haven't had a look at the proper scores yet. But yeah, make sure you keep smashing the likes so we can get 100. So Walsh, 137. Very, very good from him. And Jordox will be very, very happy with his boy Walshy. Darcy Karen, 126 was very, very good. Doherty, 111. Big target. I'm keen to see how much he goes up from that 111, but he's someone I'm definitely keeping an eye on. Hewitt, 109. Schultz, 107. Chera, 105. Good for Chera owners there. And good for the Hewitt owners who are out there as well. Akers, 104. Good for draft. Pendles, 102. Good for draft. Dacos, 90. Josh Dacos, 99. Perryman, 95. Just fantasy in a nutshell, isn't it, really? 20 touches, 8 tackles. This is exactly what we picked him for at the start of the year. We thought he'd be a guy that could get around that 20 touches and have a few tackles. So, it sucks. But, yeah, it is what it is, unfortunately. Ollie Holland, 87. Again, another one. Didn't have exactly the role, but still got a good score. But again, after everyone trades him out. Houston, 80. DeConing, 79. That's poor. He still had 30 hit-outs, though, at least. But, yeah, not a great score from him. Something to just watch and see if Pitto comes back or not. I still don't think he should be, but we'll have to see. Nick Dacos, 76. He'll go down a little bit, so I'll check what his price will be in a sec as well. Silvani, 74. Crispy, 76 as well. Haynes, 54. Cripps, 53. Wow, that's poor. 53 from Paddy Cripps. Will White, 45. Kicked 3 behinds, unfortunately, for him. Couldn't quite get his first goal. Kerno, 37. Ned Long scored 31 in the last quarter, so good for him. So, yeah, obviously, most people did okay. TDK was the one disappointment, and, of course, that was who I had. So, Lockie Schultz got best on ground. Everyone getting around him. Probably fair when you look at the Collingwood players. Darcy Cameron, I thought, was probably a bit stiff. He probably was the guy that probably could have got it. But Schultz get a couple of goals, 18 touches. So, but yeah. Actually, that's what I was going to check. So I wanted to have a look at Nick Dacos's price and Doherty's price. So, Dacos, of course it comes up with Josh Dacos first. So, Nick Dacos scored a 76. So, Nick Dacos, it's saying here he'll go down roughly 20k again. He'll be 988k, break even to 116 next week against Sydney. So, hopefully a poorer score next week. And then he's going to be a guy that we're going to be bringing in priced around that 100 mark that could be good. So, Nick Dacos, definitely a target to keep an eye on. Sam Doherty, what's Doc? So what did Doc score again? So Doc scored 111. So he's going to go up about 22k, priced at 748k, break even to 60. So for me, he's someone I'm keeping a very close eye on. Priced at So he priced at 74. So what did he price at? So he'll be 748. Let me just have a look and see if what that price, that figure will be next week. While Moreira's Magic loads, let's just have a quick look. Obviously, you guys can't really see it properly on the screen. I don't know why this isn't loading, actually. Of course, when I want to look at the player's stats, it doesn't work. Might have to do it on my phone. I'll try on my phone and see if it works. Of course, it loads as soon as I get my phone up and try to get it to load. And then it disappears again. Unbelievable. So I'll try on my phone because it must have been when I refreshed it went off. Let's have a look. Moreira's Magic. Let's have a look. Player stats. So what did I say? 748k. Come on, stupid computer. Sort by price. 748. What's that priced at? Let's have a look. So Sean Manor and Ned Moore there. So priced at 77. That's interesting because on the thing it says priced at 74. Oh, Doherty was priced 74, sorry. But yeah, obviously be priced at about 76, 77 next week. Yeah, so that's why. And then Dacos, he was priced at 103 this week. He'll go down. He'll be priced somewhere in the, like 100 or 101 around there. So that's what we're looking at. Of course, it then loads on the screen as I refresh it. So that's what we're looking at there. 92 likes as well. Got 8 more to go. Make sure you keep smashing the likes and get these likes up to 100 if you guys can. It'd be very much appreciated. Peter comes in. Can we go Briggs and Taylor up to Briggs and then Taylor up to someone just miss it on Bice, says Nugget. Yeah, it's something we can do. Andrew, high bales, captain choice out of Callahan, Sinclair, Holmes, or with TDK not an option now. Out of those guys, I don't love any of those three, Andrew. Have you got one of the Brisbane guys? Have you got a Tom Green, a Brayshaw, a Dawson, a Bailey Smith, Clayton Oliver? I'd prefer those guys over those ones there because Callahan doesn't have the ceiling. Sinclair, tough matchup. Holmes is okay. He's not got the ceiling though. So, yeah, hopefully you got better options there, Andrew. Walshy always produces results against Collingwood, says Kenny Powers. SDK out, Perryman in. Oh, geez, could you imagine if we start going there? DJ started with Hollands, Perryman, and Cripps. Still have Cripps. This game hates me. Yeah, sorry, mate. Shook's breast on ground, says Corey. Nugget, TDK misses out on like 20 to 30 points because he gets benched at the worst times and then they can't bring him in, says Nugget. Up to 97 likes. So 3 away now. Let's get to 100. Only 3 likes away. Perryman Classic, says Murphy. Blake Barrett, DT Lemon and DC sound like the exact same. Anyone else think they're the same bloke? Well, I can confirm that they're 2 different people because I met both in person. But they do sound similar. I do pick up on that. They do sound a little bit similar. Agreed. Nicky Joe Caruso, how did Cameron not get that medal? I thought he probably would have, but interesting. I think, therefore, I say Moreira's Magic, baby. Brett Driscoll, chair on track for defensive DPP. I don't think so, but I guess we'll see. Who got the medal, says MMA fan? Lockie Schultz got the medal. Angus Heasey, Doherty will be 757k. How much will Cripps drop? A lot. I don't know what he'll be priced at. So I'll just look on my phone. So what was it? Cripps, right? That's who we're talking about. Cripps. 123 break even. He'll be like 910k, 920. He's going to go down like 50k, unfortunately. DJ. Gave you some likes on my other accounts. There's limits. Thanks, mate. And we got 100. Thank you very much, everyone, for getting to 100. 7 streams in a row now. We continue our streak. WTF, how does Perryman win it? This is MA fan. Oh, Perryman. No, Perryman didn't win it. I think Henry V was joking. Perryman didn't get best on ground. How long's the streak? 7 Watchalongs now for 100 likes, which is good. My eyes, side, bottom, Cameron, or Dacos. And that's Josh Dacos. Who's your VC and C bail, says Matt435. So got VC on Bailey Smith tomorrow night, and then going into Jordan Dawson, captain on the Saturday. Ouch. Thanks, Bales. Thanks, Ouch, mate. Dacos will be 997k, says Angus. Yep. MMA fan Bales, thoughts on me risking and captaining Flanders? Not for me. No, not in the role that he's playing. And against the Crows, bit of a tougher matchup. Jesse Adams, McRae captain. Other options is Lockie Neal, Bailey Smith. I like Lockie Neal, Jesse, as a bit of a pod captain against Richmond. Bailey Smith's ranked higher, but I like the matchup better for Lockie Neal, so you could go there. McRae's the guy that if you want 100, he's probably the guy that could get it, but I feel like the other two could get 100, but also could go big. Angus, and then McRae did go 107 against Port in the preseason, so he could go okay. Have you ever seen DT Lemon and DC in the same room, says Angus. Have I? I can't remember if I've seen him in the gather. Might be gather round last year. Maybe I did. I can't remember though. Go for Baslinga, says Limits. Marco, biggest priority in trade out of please Fraser, SDK, Sanders. Probably depends what they do this week, Marco. Probably a good question for Sunday night to see who goes. If I was to rank them right now, it'd be Sanders, SDK, Fraser. But obviously we'll see how they go. Luke Davis, would you trade up for Dacos next week or Holmes? Not Dacos next week. He's got Sydney. James Jordan will tag him. So if you've got to get someone, it's Holmes. But I'm looking at Dacos from the week after onwards. So Andrew Bales, would you go JHF to Moraes if it means SDK to Zorko, or Sanders to Moraes if it means SDK to Holmes, keeping JHF, don't have Brayshaw or Dawson? I would be doing the second one. Sanders to Moraes and SDK to Holmes. I'd be doing that one. Ben, give us an explanation why Gawn's going to go massive this week. I'm wondering whether to go him or Baz VC. I'd be going Gawn VC. I said that to Tim. Tim was looking at Gawn. He could go big tomorrow. He's going to be up against SDK. Very, very easy matchup. And I just see him going massive. So I'd be going him VC. MMA fan, do you think I should even bring Flanders in then? Will cop no attention, but I do understand the role change off the halfback. Scored really well considering 66% TOG last week and great run. You could bring him in, but I'd prefer other options. I think you want to wait a little bit before bringing in him. Porter Dennis, Seabales going to the footy tomorrow. We'll be sure to let Tom Stewart know how much we're counting on him this week. Thanks, mate. I'd very much appreciate that. I'm hoping Stewart goes well tomorrow, so his cash gen isn't as big a drop. But also for me holding this week and then copping that 9 or whatever that he scored. So enjoy the game, mate. Thanks for tuning in. Good to see you back in one of the Watchalongs, mate. But yeah. Alrighty. Well, I think that probably will do us. A bit of a shorter one tonight. Only 2 hours 52. Normally this goes for over 3 hours. But it's been a bit shorter. But I will wrap up there because I'm hungry. And been a bit of a different night tonight. So... MMA fan, off to bed now, Bales. Thanks for the watch party. Enjoy the night and have a few cokes. Cheers. Thanks, mate. Double downgrade this week so I can get rid of Bo Allen. Was going to hold till he played, but I can make money going to Bice. Yeah, you could do that. Yeah. I think Bo Allen will play at some point, but you could definitely do that. Bales, did you think about the idea of having viewers on, says Ben? I did. It's just a bit hard on watch-alongs, unfortunately. I just prefer doing it myself. It's just a lot easier. Like I could have like Tim on or something, but it is quite hard when I have someone on through the streaming service I do now. And there's so many of you guys that tune in now that there's almost not really a point, not too much point of having someone else on. It's like there's so much chat to get through that if I had someone else on, I'd hardly get through it. So I'll probably just keep it just with me for the time being, but you never know down the line. But yeah, so tomorrow, no watch along tomorrow night. We'll be doing our pre-lockout chat though as always, but I'm going out to watch the game. So watch on will be Saturday night for the North and Sydney game. Hopefully see the Big X play and score well. But yeah, then the other thing is there'll be no watch-alongs next week. Obviously, gather round, I'll be at every game. I'm going Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, so there'll just be no watch-alongs next week. So, but that's, I think a lot of people will be at gather round anyway. But yeah, unfortunately, for the people that aren't going, I won't be doing a watch-alongs because I'll be at those games. So, yeah. So what we've only got tomorrow, Saturday night's watch-along, and then got a week or so break of watch-alongs. So we'll be back doing multiple the week after. So. But yeah, make sure you guys tune into the pre-lockout chat tomorrow, answering all your questions ahead of the rest of the games. And And yeah, make sure you keep smashing like on the video. We've got 106, so I appreciate everyone that smashed up likes again. C-Bale says, Angus, thanks, mate. Good stream, Bales. Have a good one. Thanks, Ben. Appreciate everyone tuning in as always. If you want to become Patreon, as I mentioned before, head to patreon.com/AFL Fantasy Fanatics to get your team reviewed, exclusive Q&As every week, bonus content, and all that good stuff. And you get the Ask Me on Q service for free. So if you want to do that, then do that. And sign up at the link in the description, or go to askmeonq, spelled qu.com/AFL Fantasy Fanatics to ask all your questions there and get a personalised audio response, or become Patreon to get that for free. So, yeah, cool. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. And we'll catch you guys tomorrow for our pre-lockout chat at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Perth time. And, yeah, looking forward to chatting to you guys then. Chat soon. See ya.